Society often tells us that a man needs a large circle of friends to be considered successful. But what if that's a lie? What if the secret to unshakable confidence lies in solitude? In the next few minutes, you'll uncover why having few or no friends could be your greatest strength. Are you ready to tap into a power that most people never realize? The illusion of social validation. Picture a room filled with laughter and chatter. Smiles flash. Jokes fly. And everyone seems deeply connected. But beneath the surface, a silent struggle unfolds. Is this really what security looks like? From a young age, we're taught that popularity equates to success and happiness. The more friends you have, the more fulfilled you must be. This belief is so deeply ingrained that we rarely stop to question it. But what if chasing social validation is actually holding us back? The truth is, constantly seeking approval from others comes at a high cost. It's an exhausting cycle that never ends. You're always on, always performing. And always worried about what others think. One moment, you're riding high on likes and compliments, the next, you're spiraling after a single negative comment or perceived slight. Maintaining a large social circle for validation is like running endlessly on a treadmill. You expend so much energy. But are you truly getting anywhere? Think about it. How many of those connections truly know the real you? How many would stand by your side during your darkest moments? In today's world, social media has only amplified this need for external validation. People spend hours curating the perfect online persona, chasing likes and followers. Studies reveal that the average person spends 2 to 3 hours daily on social platforms, seeking acceptance. Yet this digital validation is fleeting, leaving us emptier than before, always craving the next hit of attention. The alternative path to security. What if there's another way? What if true security doesn't come from the number of friends you have but from something deeper within? Imagine a confidence so unshakable that it doesn't waver with others' opinions, a sense of self so strong that you don't need constant reassurance from the outside world. This isn't a fantasy. It's entirely possible to cultivate inner strength that's completely independent of social validation. It's about finding your worth in knowing yourself, not in collecting acquaintances. It's about building a life where you're at peace, whether you're surrounded by people or completely alone. But how do you get there? How do you break free from the endless need for approval and discover this elusive inner security? The answer might surprise you. It's not about becoming more outgoing or mastering social skills. Instead, it's about embracing something many of us fear: solitude. The power of solitude. For many, the word solitude evokes discomfort, conjuring images of loneliness and isolation. But this fear is stealing one of your greatest sources of strength. Picture a man sitting alone, completely at peace, radiating calm confidence. What's his secret? It's not wealth, fame, or even a bustling social life. His power comes from within, cultivated during moments of quiet solitude. Quiet solitude is something many of us have been conditioned to fear. From childhood, we're taught that constant companionship is the key to happiness. Society reinforces this belief, urging us to always stay connected and socializing. But this fear of solitude often stems from a misunderstanding of what it truly means to be alone. Here's the truth: solitude is not the same as loneliness. Loneliness is a painful state of feeling disconnected and isolated, while solitude is a conscious choice to spend time with yourself. It's an opportunity for growth, reflection, and self-discovery. Throughout history, great thinkers, leaders, and artists have drawn immense strength from solitude. They use this time alone to confront their deepest thoughts, wrestle with complex ideas, and unlock their creativity. These quiet moments of introspection led to world-changing insights and an unshakable sense of self-assurance. When you embrace solitude, you create space for powerful transformations. In the quiet, you can finally hear your own voice above the noise of others' expectations. You begin to see yourself clearly, free from the distorting lens of social comparisons. This self-reflection is a cornerstone of personal growth. Think about it. How often do you truly sit with your own thoughts? In solitude, you confront your fears, weaknesses, and insecurities. While it's not always comfortable, facing these aspects of yourself is how true strength is forged. As you spend more time in solitude, something remarkable happens. Your confidence grows. It's not a confidence rooted in external validation but in a deep understanding of who you are. You become like a mountain, unmoved by the winds of others' opinions, firmly rooted in self-knowledge. This inner security is unshakable because it doesn't depend on anyone else. You no longer need constant reassurance or approval. Instead, you can face life's challenges with quiet strength, knowing you have the resources within yourself to overcome them. But you might wonder, isn't human connection essential for well-being? Of course, it is. The power of solitude doesn't mean cutting yourself off from the world entirely. Instead, it's about finding the right balance and understanding that genuine connection, with others and yourself, begins with inner strength. Quality over quantity in relationships. Social success is often measured by the number of friends we have. But what if the most secure individuals have the smallest social circles? It's a paradox that challenges conventional wisdom yet holds a profound truth about authentic connections and personal strength. Imagine two scenarios. In one, a person is surrounded by 100 acquaintances, their phone constantly buzzing with shallow interactions. In the other, someone has just 3 true friends, with relationships that are deep and meaningful. Who is truly richer? The answer might surprise you. In a world that equates popularity with success, the idea of maintaining a small, carefully chosen circle of connections can seem foreign. However, there's immense power in being selective. It's not about being antisocial or pushing people away, it's about recognizing the value of quality over quantity in your relationships. Think of the difference between a shallow pond and a deep well. While the pond may cover more ground, it's the well that provides true sustenance when you're thirsty. The same principle applies to friendships. 100 surface-level connections can't match the depth and support of a few genuine relationships. What makes these authentic relationships so powerful? They're built on trust, mutual respect, and shared values. These are the friends who celebrate your successes without envy and stand by you during your darkest moments. They challenge you to grow, offering honest feedback when you need it most. In their presence, you feel seen, understood, and accepted for who you truly are. But here's the real magic: these selective social connections play a significant role in personal growth. When you surround yourself with a small circle of quality individuals, you create a nurturing environment for self-improvement. Their influence shapes your character. Their wisdom enriches your perspective. And their support empowers you to take risks and pursue your dreams. So, how does a small circle reinforce inner security? It's simple. When you know you have a few unshakable pillars in your life, you no longer need validation from the masses. You're not swayed by every passing opinion or trend. Instead, you develop a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're walking a meaningful path, supported by those who truly matter. These authentic relationships act as mirrors, reflecting and strengthening your self-worth. They remind you of your value when you forget, challenge you when you falter, and celebrate you when you soar. Through them, you learn to see yourself more clearly and appreciate your own unique qualities. But here's the most profound realization: building unshakable confidence doesn't come from relying on others, not even these close friends. It comes from within. These deep relationships simply provide the fertile ground where your inner strength can flourish. They offer support as you learn to stand firmly on your own 2 feet. As we conclude this reflection on the power of a small, carefully chosen circle, an important question arises: how does one navigate a world that often misunderstands this choice? How do you stay true to your path when society pushes for constant connection and endless networking? Weathering external pressures. Society often paints a picture of success as being filled with constant companionship and a bustling social calendar. But what if that image is fundamentally flawed? Let's challenge this assumption and uncover the hidden strength in defining your own path, even if it means walking alone. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to conform. From a young age, we're bombarded with messages about how we should look, act, and live our lives. The pressure to fit in, be popular, and maintain an active social life is relentless. It's as if society has decided that being alone is a fate worse than death. But here's the truth: this pressure to seek constant companionship can rob us of our individuality and inner peace. Maintaining your individuality and inner peace amidst societal expectations is no easy feat. It often feels like swimming against a powerful current, exhausting and overwhelming. At times, you may question your choices, wondering if there's something wrong with you for not fitting into the mold society has created. But remember, the path of least resistance rarely leads to personal growth or true fulfillment. So, how do you develop the resilience to stand firm against external judgments? It begins with self-awareness. Take the time to truly understand who you are, what you value, and what you want from life. This self-knowledge becomes your anchor, keeping you steady even when the winds of public opinion blow strong. Next, practice setting and maintaining clear boundaries. This means learning to say no to invitations or opportunities that don't align with your values or goals. It involves being selective about the company you keep and the influences you allow into your life. Remember, every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying no to your own growth and peace. As you continue on this path of self-awareness and boundary setting, a remarkable transformation occurs. A profound sense of freedom emerges. The need for constant validation begins to fall away. You'll start making decisions based on your own desires and convictions, not because of others' expectations. This is the true essence of inner security, the ability to stand alone if necessary, secure in who you are and what you believe. But here's the most beautiful part of this journey. As you cultivate inner strength, you naturally become a beacon for others. Your quiet confidence and authenticity will attract people who value and appreciate the real you. Through this, you'll form deeper, more meaningful connections. Even more inspiring, you'll encourage others to find their own paths, breaking free from societal expectations and embracing their own individuality. As we conclude, let's reflect on the ultimate measure of a secure individual. It's not in the size of their social circle or their popularity. It lies in their ability to weather life's storms with grace and integrity, standing firm in who they are. I challenge you to embrace solitude. Don't fear it, welcome it as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Use this time to reflect, understand your values, and build a stronger relationship with yourself. It is in these quiet moments that you will find your greatest source of strength. Remember, your worth isn't measured by the size of your social circle or the number of likes on your posts. It is found in the depth of your character, the strength of your convictions, and the authenticity of your relationships. As you continue this journey of self-discovery and inner security, each step brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Take a moment to embrace solitude and reflect on your true self. Self-awareness is the foundation of inner peace. Understand your values, passions, and goals, and let them guide your choices. Set clear boundaries, learn to say no to things that don't align with your growth. Build a life where decisions are driven by your convictions, not the need for validation. Surround yourself with meaningful connections that nourish your spirit rather than seeking the approval of many. Remember, confidence comes from within, not from others' opinions. Use these steps to unlock freedom, clarity, and the strength to thrive authentically. If you found value in this message, don't stop here. Join us in the next video, where we'll uncover even more insights to help you grow into your full potential.